It is the agenda for the 21st century you're living in today. For a brave new world where everything that you cherished and held true will no longer exist.
Tranquilo.
Está temblando fuerte. Ya pasó, pero fue fuerte.
¡Bajen! ¿Qué? ¿Sí no está temblando? ¿Sigue temblando? Sí.
Situación actual en Quillón. El mar se encuentra totalmente tranquilo. Nada de que se está recogiendo, de que viene una ola, nada. Eso es solamente sensacionalismo. Esta es la situación actual en Quillón, para tranquilidad de todas las personas. Todo tranquilo, todo...
At about 11:30 in the morning on the southwestern coast of Chile, 7.6 magnitude quake, possibly just deep enough to absorb all of the energy. Ironically, this has occurred in an area, good news that it's sparsely populated, but on a rupture that gave us the world's largest earthquake in 1960 at a magnitude 9.5. So there is some damage that we're getting reports. About 41,000 felt very strong shaking, but nothing in the severe category. Authorities there are saying no fatalities, and that's what the USGS is telling us. We love it when it's green. That means a low impact. But, Michael, there was some damage. And, of course, we're going to continue to see those damage assessments come in, and we'll pass all that information. Of course, what they do right away, line up for petrol.
Authorities in the Philippines have evacuated thousands of people in coastal villages, while central and local government agencies are on alert. This ahead of a powerful typhoon headed toward the country this busy Christmas holiday weekend. The Weather Bureau says Noctan, locally known as Nina, packs winds of 185 kilometers per hour and is moving westward at 15 kilometers per hour.
A Russian military plane has gone down in the Black Sea. All 92 passengers presumed dead, according to officials. The jet had been en route to Russia's airbase in Syria Sunday morning, carrying dozens of the renowned Red Army Choir, set to entertain troops in the run-up to the new year. The high-profile philanthropist Elizaveta Glinka is also believed to have been on board. The Defence Force says the plane disappeared from radar screens at about 5:30, just minutes after taking off from southern Russia. President Vladimir Putin offering his condolences and ordering an investigation into the cause of the crash. The Kremlin says it's too early to know what went wrong, but Russian media reports sources saying the possibility of a militant act has been ruled out.
Tu-154 plane crashed shortly after takeoff at 5:40 a.m. local time from the southern city of Adler. Fragments from the aircraft have been found near the coast. Preliminary analysis suggests the plane may have experienced technical problems. Now, the ministry said 92 people on board included Russian servicemen, more than 60 Red Army Choir members, and 9 journalists.
Social media giant Facebook has announced that its fight against fake news has begun in cooperation with third-party fact-checking organizations. However, as Miguel Francis Santiago explains, there are genuine concerns about those very groups.
The epidemic of malicious fake news and false propaganda that flooded social media.
Facebook fights back against an avalanche of fake news.
Spread of fake news. Fake news.
Fake news to be flagged by the so-called fact checkers. Now, you're probably thinking that they must be the quintessence of unbiased and professional journalism. Well, judge for yourself. Facebook released a statement on December 15th giving us the names of these third-party organizations that they openly said will be employed as these fact-checkers. They reside under the IFCN, or Pointer's International Fact-Checking Network. Here's an interesting thing about Pointer, the supposed esteemed leader of journalism in the world. Funded by such notorious donors like the George Soros' Open Society Foundation, the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, National Endowment for Democracy, which has financial links to the State Department, as you may know, eBay's Omidyar Network, and Mr. Craig Newmark, the founder of Craigslist, who donated a whopping $1 million to Pointer to create this anti-fake news mechanism, becoming its biggest donor since Pointer's inception, by the way. All seems fine and dandy, until we fact-check that Craig Newmark is a Clinton campaign donor. Likewise, George Soros and Bill Gates have been big-time supporters and donors of the Clinton Foundation and Hillary's election campaign. The fact of the matter is, another Pointer donor, eBay founder Pierre Omidyar, gave millions of dollars to the Clinton Foundation.
It gives me the goosebumps just to hear those names, because they have actually a very strong political agenda. It seems like there are a lot of people who think that it's dangerous not to be able to control the media. So it means that to sort out what is fake news and what is the true news is a sort of, what should I say, a way to control the narrative. So let's say that you want to be in a kind of political opposition to these powers. Of course, you're going to be censored. This is a kind of censorship.
We've seemed to have stepped into the revolving door of the fact-checking industry here. It seems that the new wave mechanisms like Facebook's will only allow selected facts to exist, while other facts that don't fit Washington's neoliberal and progressive narrative will be deemed as fake news.
A deadly explosion, living houses nearby collapsed and shattered. The explosion happened around 1 o'clock Saturday afternoon. The center of it is believed to have once been a production plant for fireworks.
What the explosion happened here is devastating, and you can see it has left a large crater. And local police is still trying to find out why these fireworks have been stored here, how many of these fireworks have been stored here, and what has caused the explosion.
South Korea's special prosecutors have summoned impeached President Park Geun-hye's close confidant, Choi Soon-sil, for further investigation. Choi has already been charged with abuse of power and fraud. Officials say she could also face charges of bribery and transferring embezzled assets abroad.
54,000 people have been evacuated on Christmas Day after a World War II bomb was unearthed on a construction site in the German city of Augsburg. Local authorities said that around 900 police officers have been deployed to defuse the 1.8-ton British bomb, an operation which could take up to 5 hours.
We begin in Tunisia, where authorities have arrested the nephew of Anis Amri, the prime suspect in the Berlin Christmas market truck attack, which left 12 people killed. 2 others were also taken in custody. According to the country's interior ministry, the 3, aged 18 to 27, were members of a terrorist cell connected to Amri. However, it made no direct link to Monday's attack. In a statement, the unnamed nephew revealed Amri was the leader of a jihadist group based in Germany. The ministry added Amri had sent money to his nephew and encouraged him to join the Islamic State. Amri on Friday was killed in a shootout with police in Milan.
We all want to help one another. Human beings are like that. We want to live by each other's happiness, not by each other's misery. We don't want to hate and despise one another. In this world there's room for everyone, and the good earth is rich and can provide for everyone. The way of life can be free and beautiful, but we have lost the way. To those who can hear me, I say, do not despair. The misery that is now upon us is but the passing of greed, the bitterness of men who fear the way of human progress. The hate of men will pass, and dictators die, and the power they took from the people will return to the people. And so long as men die, liberty will never perish. You have the love of humanity in your hearts. You don't hate, only the unloved hate, the unloved and the unnatural. In the 17th chapter of St. Luke it is written, the kingdom of God is within man, not one man nor a group of men, but in all men, in you. You, the people, have the power. Then in the name of democracy, let us use that power. Let us all unite.
And in time of domestic crisis, men of goodwill and generosity should be able to unite regardless of party,